For millions of wrestling fans across the globe, AJ Lee's name carries a legendary aura. A former WWE Divas champion, record setter, author, and advocate, AJ has been away from WWE programming for years. Her sudden departure in 2015 left many heartbroken, but her influence has remained strong. Recently, in an exclusive interview with ESPN, AJ Lee revealed her candid thoughts on making her way back into the world of WWE, describing the experience as a little surreal. This revelation has sparked intense discussions among fans, insiders, and wrestling journalists. Is AJ Lee truly back in WWE? What role will she play in a company that has changed so much since her departure? And most importantly, how does she feel about stepping back into the spotlight after so long? This in-depth article breaks down AJ Lee's comments, her emotional journey, her importance in WWE history, and what her potential return means for the future of women's wrestling. AJ Lee's journey from wrestling to life beyond the ring. AJ Lee, born April Jeanette Mendez, rose to prominence in WWE during an era when women's wrestling wasn't yet celebrated the way it is today. Her sharp promos, unique personality, and in-ring storytelling ability set her apart. From her on-screen romance storylines with top stars like CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and Dolph Ziggler, to her trailblazing work in the Divas division, AJ always stood out as someone who demanded attention. In 2014, AJ broke barriers by holding the Divas Championship for a then-record 295 days. Her charisma and determination inspired a generation of female wrestlers who would later become central figures in WWE's women's revolution. Stars like Bayley, Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch have openly credited AJ as one of the women who proved female wrestlers deserved the same spotlight as men. But in 2015, AJ shocked the wrestling world by retiring from in-ring competition. At the time, she cited physical health and her desire to explore other passions. Since leaving WWE, she has pursued writing, co-authored a comic book, became a mental health advocate, and worked on various media projects. For years, fans speculated if AJ would ever return to WWE. Despite her husband, CM Punk, finding his way back into professional wrestling, AJ kept a low profile regarding her future in the business. That is, until now. The ESPN interview, AJ Lee calls her WWE return surreal. During her ESPN conversation, AJ Lee opened up about what it feels like to step back into the WWE environment after nearly a decade away. She admitted that the emotions were overwhelming. Greater than walking through those doors again, hearing the energy, feeling the atmosphere, it was a little surreal. I never thought I'd be back in this world, but life has a funny way of surprising you. Her words carried both nostalgia and excitement. AJ emphasized that while she was unsure of how fans would react, the support has been incredible. I've received so many messages from people who grew up watching me, telling me that I inspired them. To know that my work still means something after all these years, that's really special. WWE's women's division has changed since AJ's departure. When AJ left in 2015, WWE was still heavily promoting the Divas branding. Women were often given short matches, and their role in storylines was limited. However, just months after AJ retired, the hashtag Give Divas a Chance movement went viral, pressuring WWE to take its female talent seriously. Soon after, WWE rebranded the division, dropped the term Divas, and introduced the WWE Women's Championship. The four horsewomen, Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Bayley, led the charge, ushering in a new era of athletic, competitive, and respected women's wrestling. For AJ Lee to step back into WWE now, she enters a division that is worlds apart from what it was in her prime. WrestleMania main events now feature women. Pay-per-view events like Evolution are dedicated to female talent. Stars like Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and Asuka dominate headlines. This raises the question, where does AJ fit in? Fan reactions, excitement and curiosity. As soon as ESPN published AJ's comments, fans lit up social media platforms. Twitter, X, Instagram, and Reddit were flooded with excitement, speculation, and theories about what her role could be. Some believe AJ Lee could be returning as a manager, mentor, or creative contributor. Others hope for one last in-ring run, possibly against today's biggest stars. Fans dream of dream matches like AJ Lee vs. Sasha Banks if she returns, AJ Lee vs. Rhea Ripley, or even AJ vs. Becky Lynch. One fan wrote, AJ Lee returning to WWE feels like a piece of my childhood coming back. Surreal is the perfect word. Another commented, if AJ Lee wrestles again, the roof will blow off the arena. The women's division needs her energy. The enthusiasm shows just how much AJ means to WWE's audience, even after so many years away. AJ Lee's legacy in WWE. It's impossible to talk about AJ Lee without recognizing the impact she had on wrestling. She was one of the first women in modern WWE history to prove that female superstars could be main event attractions, not just side characters. Her pipe bomb-style promos, witty comebacks, and fearless attitude gave her a cult following. Moreover, AJ's authentic presence resonated with fans who didn't always relate to the typical, glamorous diva image. She represented something different, someone who embraced her quirks, loved comic books, wore Chuck Taylors, and proudly stood out. Her feud with Paige is often cited as one of the earliest sparks that helped ignite the women's revolution. Even today, WWE superstars acknowledge her as a pioneer who laid the groundwork for women to main event WrestleMania. Could AJ Lee wrestle again? The million-dollar question remains, will AJ Lee actually wrestle again? While AJ hasn't confirmed any plans, her language in the ESPN interview leaves the door open. She admitted that she feels healthier now than she did years ago and hinted that the passion for storytelling in wrestling has never left her. It's possible WWE could use AJ in a non-wrestling capacity, such as a general manager, commentator, or ambassador. However, given the current fan demand, it wouldn't be surprising if WWE teases or even books her for one last major storyline. Imagine AJ Lee making a surprise Royal Rumble return, facing off with the likes of Bayley, Rhea Ripley, or Becky Lynch. Such a moment would electrify the wrestling world. WWE's strategy: nostalgia meets new era. From a business standpoint, WWE has always been strategic in bringing back legends and fan favorites. Stars like Trish Stratus, Lita, The Rock, and John Cena have all returned to generate buzz and ratings. AJ Lee fits perfectly into this formula. She appeals to longtime fans while also bridging the gap to today's younger audience. WWE's partnership with streaming giants and international expansion makes timing crucial. AJ Lee's return could serve as a headline moment on a major premium live event, especially given how WWE loves to blend nostalgia with modern storytelling. AJ Lee's words on mental health and representation. Beyond wrestling, AJ has become an outspoken advocate for mental health awareness. In her memoir Crazy Is My Superpower, she openly shared her struggles with bipolar disorder and emphasized the importance of seeking help and breaking stigmas. Her return to WWE isn't just about in-ring action, it also represents a chance to inspire fans once again. AJ's journey shows resilience, honesty, and authenticity, qualities that resonate deeply in today's world. When speaking with ESPN, she touched on how important it is to use her platform for good. Greater than, if my being here encourages even one person to embrace who they are, to fight for themselves, or to feel less alone, then it's worth it. What's next for AJ Lee in WWE? While WWE has not yet officially confirmed AJ Lee's role, several options seem likely. In-ring return, a short-term storyline or a major event appearance. Manager, mentor, guiding younger stars and adding star power to the division. Creative contributor, helping shape women's storylines behind the scenes. Ambassador role, representing WWE in global events and media. Regardless of what she chooses, her involvement will add star power and nostalgia that few others can bring.